Greetings, Zombie Slayers, Slippy Jim here. Welcome to some custom zombies on Call of Duty World at War. This is a pretty special gameplay I'm going to show you guys. It is on an older map called Dark Zombie Ottawa. This is one of the more difficult maps, probably right up there in my top 5 most fun and challenging maps available for custom zombies. It was created by Dark Rapture, scripting by Tom BMX, and some other input from different modders as well. It runs the ZCT mod, a modified ZCT mod, I believe, because it has more than double the amount of the gold distortion zombies. You'll see them a little bit later. We'll talk about them then. But I've got to tell you guys that this is special because it is the only full game solo of this map being beaten on hardcore difficulty. I'm going to give you guys some tips. If some of you guys want to go back and try and beat this solo on hardcore, I'm going to give you some tips to help you out on this. So first up, you select the difficulty at the start here. We're going hardcore. And there's some pretty cool Easter eggs. This is one right here, the dude on the toilet, and you can make him, do his business. There's a really wet sounding one I'm going for here, which is why I'm spamming this guy. There it is. Beautiful. Now, there are 3 main difficult stages to this map if you want to beat it. The first stage is the beginning. That is very difficult to get out of the house to start with. A lot of people are going to fail and get frustrated at this point if they come and play this map. The second challenging area is the middle of the map. And that is in an area that we'll eventually teleport to. I'll talk a bit more about that later. Now, to help you get out of the starting area, you want to buy that bagel in the kitchen for 500 points. That will give you melee boost. Now, this is very, very important if you want to get out of this house in this starting area here, playing solo especially. So as I think sometimes the tip will tell you at the start, you also want to get ready to use your grenades if you think there's a whole bunch of zombies pouring through a particular window and you think you're going to need to use them. But try and stab most of them if you can. I would run back and forth between individual zombies. Just keep them broken up. Don't get them in a train while you're doing the stabbing, because you want to build up as many points as you can. This guy has a lot of games here in his library. Look at that, Borderlands, the original. I think over here he's playing a bit of World at War and some stuff like that. Look at those crazy discs up there. They look like pineapple slices or something. But what you want to do is you want to build up as many points as you can, because when you head through the next area, there's another door you have to get before you can actually get a decent wall weapon. Now, there's 2 choices you could go for here with the wall weapons. One is a trench gun. That is located up the stairs as we go through into this next area in the bathroom area. So you have to buy another door, and then you have to buy the trench gun. So there's like 2,000 points involved there to get to that. In this particular example, I chose to go straight through in the kitchen area. Now back here, kind of like in Shino Numa, as soon as you come through here, you usually get a couple of zombies spawning through the windows back here. So watch out for that. And in the kitchen there's another little bagel you can buy to open up a secret area. I'll show you that in a moment. Nothing too special in there. It's through here with all the bagels everywhere. You can click on this, and I believe that's a musical Easter egg. Over here there's another Easter egg, kind of an R-rated one. Fully clothed group sex. And Dark Flame is having either a fun time or a hard time, depending on your point of view and persuasion. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Anyway. But yeah, in this example, what I'm doing is just getting the 1,000 points I need to get the MP40 straight away. And if you can manage to do this, it's probably a good idea, because then you can camp back here at the back of the kitchen area, and you're only 2 doors away from getting out of the house. Now, I've spoken about this first challenging area, getting out of the house. The second one that we're going to get to is where we teleport to. The third and final most challenging, and this is definitely the hardest part of beating this map, even if you play co-op, it's going to be difficult. Let's just put it that way. It's going to be insanely difficult, intense, crazy, and yeah, you'll see what I mean later. And that is right at the end. So yeah, the beginning, the middle, and the end are all the hardest parts of this map. So yeah, that is pretty much this map in a nutshell. Now, if you're wondering why it's so dark, part of the reason for that, apart from it being a naturally dark map, it's also part of the difficulty setting. It's kind of like with the old zombie realism mod. It makes it dark, so you only get light with objects that are like 2 feet away from your face, if you know what I mean. And that is exactly what it's like when you play on the hardcore difficulty on Zombie Realism. It adds to the difficulty because you can't really see very well what's coming from a distance. Unfortunately, it doesn't make for great video production for you guys because YouTube tends to make things darker as well. Now, this teddy bear will activate a trap in the zone that you're in. In this case, it activates the oxygen barrier traps around the windows where the zombies come in. It's not a really effective trap. It doesn't actually kill the zombies. What it does is it weakens them a great deal, but it's not very noticeable. So, yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. Now, as you go, while you're playing this ZCT mod, you're going to pick up occasionally some perk bottle drops from the zombies, which have different perks that you get. They're not the standard perks. There's a bunch of them, though. There's like, I don't know how many, 9, 10, something like that. When you get all of them, it's pretty beast. Right now, that hand perk that you can see is like a carpenter-style perk. It enables you to board up the windows really, really fast. So it's not really a great perk to have, but better than nothing, I guess. So we're going to go through and open up this area and get the Thompson quickly here. Now, how the ZCT difficulty mod works, guys, if you didn't know this already, basically it is zone-based. We get another perk here, which is stamina, I believe, or marathon or whatever. But this difficulty mod is zone-based, so once you move into the designated zone, it will activate the next level of difficulty. Now, in this map, what that equates to is, it equates to the type of zombies that you're going to get. So we started off with just the regular zombies, more or less, and we might have had 1 or 2 special zombies. But what happens is, these zombies with the color around their heads all have different abilities. Like this green one here, he goes invisible and teleports. And when he's invisible, he is invulnerable to damage, which makes him a little bit tricky. You have to be careful of him, that's for sure. He can block you off big time. The ones with the white, looks like ice around their head. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure what that one does. It might slow you down or something like that, but it's not very noticeable, whatever it is that they do. Also with the red ones, I'm not super sure what they do. They might have a little bit more health or something. They might be faster. I don't really know, to be honest with you. I've played a lot of ZCT mod maps and I still haven't worked it out. It doesn't seem to be super clear on their website either. So these switches, by the way, guys, you have to buy these switches to open up the next area that we'll eventually be going through. And the mystery box is up here as well, by the way, if you want to use that. The poster on the wall to the left as you come out of here gives you a free insta-kill. I'll show you that here. So that might be handy to incorporate into your strategy if you're having trouble getting out of this house at the start. I don't know. I didn't really use that, but there's a couple of things back here. You can buy this as well. I think that might be a musical Easter egg. This one over here, though, this one opens up a new area that actually enables you to play a completely different area of the map in survival mode. So instead of being beatable, once you go through to that area, you can't go back out, and it's basically round-based survival, just like your regular official maps are. So I'll show you that a little bit later on. Probably after this round, I'll show you that. And what I'll do is I'll put a link in the description of this video and an annotation on screen for those of you guys that watch this on your PCs or your Macs. And you'll be able to click on that link or that annotation, and it will take you to a secret, separate video, a private, unlisted video. Well, it's not private, it's unlisted. And that will be some gameplay of that area, so you can see what that's like, because it's pretty cool. Get another perk here. So that one is... what is that one? Actually, that one might be the carpenter one, and the hand one might be speed cola equivalent. But, yeah. Talking of the ZCT mod, by the way, guys, a friend of mine, RollerMouth42, is actually working on an updated version, so that's pretty cool, because I really enjoy playing this mod. Way back before I started playing Custom Zombies and I saw people playing maps with this mod on it, I kind of thought it looked a bit cheesy and like weird looking, you know, because I was very like old school, traditionalist, purist style, but I actually love this. It's a lot of fun playing the ZCT mod. Okay, here's this area, guys. This is a teleporter right here. And once you take this teleporter, there's no going back. It's basically going to be survival. in the new area that you go through to. So click on the annotation or go to the video description for the link, either right now or at the end of the video, and you'll be able to see what that area is like. Enjoy! Don't forget to come back and watch the rest of this if you click on that. Okay, so this area here, we're going to buy these 2 bars, and then we'll have this door to get when we get enough points, and that will take us through to what I like to call stage 2 of this map. Now those teddy bear guys, when you get a teddy bear out in the backyard, this is probably the most important tip for the second stage once you get out of the house. If you ever get that teddy bear outside in the backyard or anywhere outside this house, do not get it. Avoid it at all costs, because if you get that, what it will do is it will activate some crazy OP traps or turrets that are on the roof, and they will kill the zombies. Yeah, they'll kill the zombies real good, but they'll also kill you, pretty much insta-kill you as soon as you turn them on. So do not get those teddy bears if you're in the backyard. That is very, very important. Trust me on that one. So if you get a drop, don't automatically grab it without looking at it. Check out what it is. If you're still getting your perks going like I am, you want to check that as a perk bottle before you pick it up. But in terms of weaponry, once you get, especially once you get rapid fire and you get, which I get there, I believe, and we also get some second chance going and stopping power. Now stopping power, once you get that and you get rapid fire or double tap or whatever it's called in the ZCT mod, the zombies basically melt in front of your gun. So it doesn't really matter what gun you get, more or less, for these first 2 stages, because the zombies will not be difficult to kill. It'll just be avoiding them, training them up and all that stuff, and watching out for the special zombies. But I'm just going to use the wall weapons at this point. Just make sure you've got whatever you're comfortable with before you head through here. How cool does this look? That looks awesome. I love the spikes and everything like that. It's kind of a very gothic, dark looking map, this one. But once you go through here and you get teleported, there's no going back. There's only going forward from this point on. And you get this crazy looking area here. It is insane looking. How awesome was the design of this map? Now, in one of the corners, you will see high up on the wall a question mark. Now, you might be wondering, how the heck do I get out of here? Well, basically, you want to buy the this right here in the corner, and that will open up the first switch. Each of these switches is 2,000 points, so you're going to need a ton of points to get out of here through that door there. I think there's like five of those bars you have to get. Those bars are open every time you buy a switch. So that's 5 times 2,000 plus 2,000 for the actual door. Something like that anyway. So it's a lot of points, which means you're going to have to survive in this area for several rounds. The mystery box, by the way, is right in front of me here. It's like the flaming area in the middle. You want to be careful not to get stuck on that, by the way. Now, in this particular zone, it's going to be the same difficulty as we had out in the backyard. But the main important thing to remember is once you actually buy the last bar or the last switch that will open that door to the next area, which is a set of stairs, once you buy that and it opens it up, it's going to move you on to the next difficulty level here. So you want to make sure you've got probably about, I want to say, you'll need a minimum of 4,000 points, but I would actually recommend having 6,000 points spare by the time you open up that door, so that you can finish off everything else you have to do and get out of there. Because if you get stuck in there with the next level of difficulty, you're going to have a bad time. Let's just put it that way. So make sure you control the zombies at the end of the round and get some crawlers going so you can do stuff and stuff like that. Now, in terms of surviving in this area, I do not recommend trying to camp at any one of these, the end of any of these corridors, because the zombies do spawn behind out of those red doorway areas. I'm just going to get Betty's here. They're not going to be very useful, but why not? There's no dogs or anything to worry about. But it's actually fairly easy. And by the way, that teddy bear there, guys, it's not as bad as the one in the backyard. It actually activates a turret up on the ceiling to my left right now. And you can, if you run into that and it goes off, it's not the end of the world. As long as you get out of the range of the turret, you can actually go behind the turret and camp back at the end of that corridor behind where the turret is, and it's not too bad. Let's just put it that way. It's not going to insta-kill you too badly like the one in the backyard does. Anyway, you can pretty much see my strategy here for this area, and it involves training in a circle around this area. The safest way to do it, guys, and it's actually pretty easy if you stick to this strategy, is just simply run around and kill any zombies coming down here that may block you off. Just also time your reloads really well so you're not reloading when you're about to run into a zombie, because that can cause you to get blocked off. But they're super easy to kill, remember? So if you just watch them as you come around that circle and kill any that are coming out of the hallway, you should be pretty good. Okay. So we've got a crawler or two here. I've got 2,000 points, which means I can get another barrier. We're not on the last bar here, so I'm going to keep buying these until we get to the last bar. Then I'm going to leave that last barrier until I've got a spare 4,000 to 6,000 points to so that we can get everything done that we need to get out of the next part of the map.